What's going on, people? You know I had to speak on this Lil Duval situation, man. Apparently, he went on a bit of a tweet storm. He has not deleted these tweets, but he hasn't gotten a lot of replies to him. I think the other tweet probably got more. But this initial tweet was like one of the first ones. And it says, just want to remind you women how stupid y'all look in them frontals. You might not notice it now, but years from now, you'll be asking your friends why you let me go out like that. And that is true, man. Listen, man, I don't care what people say, man. Like, if somebody's looking a certain type of way, are you going to ignore it and act like it ain't happening, or are you going to say something? Especially if you date women who either worn weave or somebody that is worn natural, you know? And I think especially us as, brothers, if we're dating sisters, right? We don't want to have to come second in a relationship to your hair. And that is what's happening. A lot of guys are speaking out on it. And you're noticing more, industry guys are speaking out on it. Now, you can see this as him trolling black people, like controlling black women, which he probably is, And of course, they're gonna fall for it. They're gonna be upset. They're gonna be outraged. That's what I'm speaking on. Because I think the whole thing is hilarious. Because no matter how much we speak on this, they're always gonna look for a reason to shame us. Personally, myself, I don't care what women put in their hair. Like I really don't. You can wear your hair any way you want to, as long as you're happy about it. Okay. But I have the right as a man to say, you know what? I want a woman who's more natural. Why get upset at that? Natural could mean kinky. It can mean long, stringy, straight hair. It just depends on who you're with. I don't think women who wear weave are bad. I don't think something is wrong with them. Well, the ones who wear it year round and pretend like it's their natural. Yeah, that's something wrong. It's like it's the same with women who get these surgeries. And you know how I've spoken out against these women who get these surgeries, right? If I speak out on them, then I'm gonna speak out on women who going around here with long blonde hair and it does not fit them. Now I'm gonna say something, right? Let's look at some of the comments. This comment says, always think when men comment on women's hair is just their way of coming out of the closet, just very female. They're gonna be asking bitches to water their hair like plants. She agrees with that. That's if they even still know them friends. I think this thing is funny, man. This wasn't the only tweet. There were more. Let's see. Here. Okay. Your wig texture don't blend with your skin on your face. That's why you look stupid. The ones left be the same ones that wear them. Because he has to hide the coat somewhere. Because she has to hide the coat somewhere. But your head is too big for your body. Unfortunately, most young black men fall for it. Yeah, this is gold, man. I'm not making this video to make fun. I'm making this video because I want a lot of people to understand that men no longer want fake women. Like, they want women who are more authentic to themselves. People have preferences. You have a lot of women out there that have preferences. Men are gonna have preferences as well. We all got preferences, Nothing wrong with that. Be honest about what you like. There's too many people being dishonest, and that's why they're stuck on the dating market single. I don't mind weaves or makeup. It just can't be the first thing noticed when I see you. Word, and it would be great for guys to admire our hearts before our assets too. Let's see. I agree with you. All running through a light summer rain like hell. It's ridiculous. You would never see white men or Chinese men go in on their women like this. We have some sad black men in this world. Most comedians get off on cracking on black women. Without that, they have nothing else. Yeah, just like the white comedians that make fun of you too. Right. They always say this, but it's just like when you have these women say that, well, you know, Caucasian men don't talk about Caucasian women, but you have a whole segment of YouTube called the Manosphere or Red Pill, MGTOW, when they talk about the women they've been dating, which for the most part are Caucasian women. Okay, they just don't put white in the title, but we all know who they're talking about. Okay. They say, yeah, right. All them hoes be like clowns, and y'all dudes be like, yeah, I think that's all. But I just find this shit. I just wanted to post something. I think this is funny. You know, I honestly, when it comes to dating nowadays, I think that we've all gotten more and more superficial. Nobody's really dating, you know, like the 70s or the 60s or whatnot. We all are a bit superficial. You know, I can even admit that. But be that as it may, when it comes to presenting yourself, you have women that say that they want a man who's real. They want a man who isn't fake, isn't fraudulent. But then we look at you and you're basically, you are what you don't want, you know? And that's the type of relationships that you're going to have. You're going to have superficial relationships. It's not going to be real. It's not going to feel real. Because you're not being authentic to yourself. Now, Lil Duval may be clowning, but there's always an opportunity to speak to the people and really get them to understand this world that we are in and how things are different and how things have changed. People can't seem to get into decent relationships anymore because they're looking for the superficial more than they're looking for something that's actually real. And listen, if you have a preference or you like something, a certain thing about somebody, listen, I don't fault you for that. If you have a condition that some of these sisters say they have, and that's why they wear wigs or weave, that's fine. But you shouldn't be saying anything about anybody else. You know what's funny is that the women who Lil Duval is speaking about in his tweets be the main ones in the comment sections talking crap about brothers, talking about why they're dating Caucasian women or non-black women. But you're trying to look like those women. You list all these different qualities that they don't have, but do you have those qualities? The same, and the thing is, they'll be dating outside their race as well. You see these females, they're dating outside their race, but they're mad because they see these male celebrities dating outside their race. And it's like, well, you support these women who date outside their race. Why are you triggered when these guys are? That doesn't make sense to me. It's a whole lot of hypocrisy and no accountability. Now again, if women wear makeup, that's fine. You know, if women want to put wigs on and weaves, hey, it is what it is. Because I've heard, you know, women say they like to mix it up. They don't like to wear the same style more than once, which is fine. But I want them to understand that there are men out there who like what they like. They have a preference, just like you do. And I notice how the media will force not the media, but these people, they will troll these guys, these black male celebrities, until they apologize. Like, I've literally seen them do that. They did it with Meek Mill and a few others, but there are more starting to speak out. Tory Lanez, I believe, is spoken out about wanting a natural female or a non-celebrity female, you know. But I think the celebrity bug can hit a lot of people, you know, unless you're keeping your relationship extremely private. But you know, everybody should choose to be with who they want to be with. We all have opportunities to choose who we want to be with and how we choose to live our lives. And I want people to understand that with Lil Duval, I truly believe that he's a guy who, for the most part, is just trolling. But that trolling has gotten under people's skin to the point to where I'm making this video, to the point to where I'm commenting on it, you know? You want something real, you should be more real. I don't think that, you know, I just don't think that we should get to the point to where nobody can have a preference. I wouldn't even have made this video if I hadn't seen time and time again a lot of these guys who have a preference, who date women who look a certain way, get blasted for it. They say they like a woman who's natural, they get blasted for it. They get trolled into apologizing. First off, if you say something, you shouldn't have to apologize for it. If you know you are right, you should never have to apologize for it. But that's the power of social media. People can post something and a bunch of people will comment and they'll troll you until you apologize. I want a lot of you sisters to listen to me and understand when I say this. Just because we like pictures on Instagram of women who look a certain way, that doesn't mean that that's our reality. See, we're more grounded in the type of women that we date. Just because we think these women look good, don't mean we're going to take them home to see mama. That don't mean that we're going to wife them up, okay? Those women are objectifying themselves. Do you really think that guys are going to put a ring on their finger? I mean, just being realistic. Just being realistic. If you were to take a ratio of guys who are able to date the women that they want to date, who they've seen on Instagram, social media, do you really think they're going to wipe those women up? They're going to be trying to smash and get out of there. Because that female has no qualities, no personality. She's all looks. No guy wants to deal with that. They want a woman who they can hold a conversation with, who they can talk about building with, who can cook, clean, do her own hair, not materialistic. No dude wants to deal with a materialistic woman, I'm sorry. Unless you're a dude that likes to, spend your money on women. For the most part, there's a lot of dudes who don't. And if they deal with those type of women you claim that we want, that's what they're going to have to do. And I don't think the guys are really up to doing that. They're just not. But that's just my opinion.